Rogan told us that we had to give an informative speech, my first thought was to do something that was really important to me, because I thought it would be easier to give a speech on something that I had knowledge on already. So the first thing I thought of was golf. I figured I could stand up here and teach you all maybe how to swing, some types of swings, and some rules of the game. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought, well, this might be a good way to put everybody to sleep. So I thought about it some more, and I realized that I was missing a huge aspect of my life that I could talk about. It was actually the part of my life that led me to golf in the first place. I was born with an eye condition called nystagmus, and it has affected every part of my life since I was diagnosed with it at the age of 3 months old. So, what is nystagmus? From the American Optometric Association, the definition of nystagmus is a brain delay to the eye. In simpler terms, this means that the brain is constantly firing impulses to the eyes telling them to move, making focusing virtually impossible. It is characterized by rapid involuntary movements of the eyes. From the U.S. National Library of Medicine, there are 3 types of eye movements. There are horizontal eye movements, which are side to side, vertical eye movements, which are up and down, and rotary eye movements, which could be in any direction. As for me, I have horizontal nystagmus, so my eyes move side to side all the time. And I think the most common question I'm asked is, well, when your eyes are moving like that, is that what you actually see? And the answer is yes. Like right now, the whole room is going like this. So like my whole world is moving all the time. In the U.S. National Library of Medicine, there are 2 different types of nystagmus. There's congenital nystagmus, which is the nystagmus that someone is born with. Generally, there is no cause for this nystagmus. The most common cause is albinism, and some uncommon causes are infantile cataracts and brain tumors. The other type of nystagmus is acquired nystagmus, which is late onset of nystagmus, and it can be caused by head injury, stroke, thiamine, or B12 deficiency, brain tumors, and some medications will also cause it. Okay, and before I can start talking about the effects and triggers, I need to explain a very important term. So from the Nystagmus Network in the UK, most people with nystagmus have what's called a null point. And this is the head position in which optimal vision is achieved. So I put a picture on here of me at the age of about 4 or 5, and my null point is very high and up and to the left. So when my eyes are forced downward and to the right, that is when my nystagmus slows way down or has completely stopped. So when I'm like really nervous or something, nystagmus gets worse. So then my null point virtually disappears and I no longer see 20/20. Okay, so some effects. From the Nystagmus Network of the UK, it takes more time and effort for someone with nystagmus to focus. So, like when I'm reading something, I have to focus more on the lines and the words of which I'm reading, more than I can focus on the actual material. So I have to go back and reread things several times, making my reading comprehension absolutely terrible. Fatigue, stress, anxiousness, excitement, and being sick can also make nystagmus worse. So like right now, I'm nervous, the adrenaline's pumping, and my eyes are going absolutely crazy. So I cannot focus on a single face right now, even if I wanted to. So that's just kind of one of the things that comes along with it. Also, crowding, clutter, busy places and streets also make it worse. So I am allowed to drive because with my glasses and under normal conditions, I do see 20/20. However, like in big places like Columbus, there's a lot of traffic and there's a lot of movement around me, and my eyes will try to track those things, like everything that's moving around me. So then my eyes start shaking faster, and I no longer see 20/20. I maybe see 20/40 or 20/50, which is obviously not good to be driving in big places. Also, another example, my family and I went to Disney World over the summer. And you all know how busy Disney World is. And my family just knows by now not to leave me alone, because if I get separated, then my eyes will just start shaking like crazy because there's so many people around me, and I wouldn't be able to focus on a single face to try to identify a family member. Also, people with nystagmus have terrible balance and coordination. So, funny story. When I as a kid, it took me forever to learn how to ride a bike. I was probably maybe 8 or 9 before I actually learned. It took me a couple years. And me and my mom were on a bike ride, and I ran head on into a stop sign with my bike.
Oh, God.
But this actually is what led me into golf in the first place, because when you have nystagmus, you are not allowed to play contact sports. Your reaction time is slowed down. You can't focus on something coming at you. So the only thing I could really do was dance and golf. Dance improved my balance and coordination, and golf was the only sport in high school that I was actually allowed to play. So that's how I got into that. And then from a journal article by Stahl, Plant, and Lee, there's no cure for nystagmus. The only thing you can actually do is to improve the other things that come along with nystagmus, like severe nearsightedness and astigmatism. So glasses are preferred over contacts because contacts tend to slide on the eyes. They don't stay in place. And you can put prisms in glasses, which you can't do with contacts. What the prisms do is they either move everything that you see either up or down to help compensate for the null point. From the Royal National Institute of Blind People, they'll also do eye muscle surgery to try to move the null point to a normal position. So I've had 3 eye surgeries, and every time my null point has gone back to the same position. So it doesn't work for everybody, but they try to do it because if you leave the null point in a really bad position, sometimes it will cause neck and back problems later in life. So, nystagmus is defined as an eye problem which causes rapid involuntary eye movements. Kids tend to have bad grades, do poorly in school. Some can't drive, and some can't even go to college. So it definitely affects every aspect of that person's life, and it has definitely affected every aspect of my life thus so far. But I believe that it is definitely